Tonight on the Mana Cave, part 2 of Simply Standard, Steve's Tree of Death deck versus Ed's Mono White Humans. Will the white weenies win the day, or will Steve's deck make them green with envy? Find out on the Mana Cave.
Hey folks, welcome to the Mana Cave on Brain Pulp TV. My name is Ed.
I'm Steve.
And we are playing the second part of our Simply Standard, I think it was coined in the previous
Simply
game?
Standard.
Yes, where we are doing basically standard using the new Eldritch Moon cards. Steve, you've already had a game. How did you feel it went for you?
It went horrible, sir.
Did it?
Yeah, Travis destroyed me. I felt...
You never really had a chance to play with your deck much before, so it's sort of... You're still learning it a little bit, which puts you at a slight...
I was warming up to the deck. True.
Yeah. As well, I completely forgot what I was about to say. I had a very good point.
Yes.
It would have rocked the world had I been able to get it out. And it's completely... Oh, now I remember what it was. I'm playing... I'll be right up front. I'm playing a version of Mono White Humans. And... Sorry, I get a little choked up when I talk about Mono White Humans. But I've taken out all Origins and Dragons of Tarkir cards. Just because I want to do an experiment to see how this may play once the rotation happens. And the rotation's not going to happen for another month or two. But I sort of want to do a test because I might be doing a video on that particular deck after rotation. Sure. And there are a couple of cards which will definitely be missed from that deck if that deck is even still a thing after rotation. So,
right.
Anyways, just wanted to say that because I like talking.
Sure, no. So mono white, right?
Yes,
and it's all humans.
And it's all humans. Yes.
And
I've cleverly named Mono White Humans.
and my deck is called Tree of Unlife.
Tree of Unlife.
Unlife. Yes.
Excellent.
There was a dryad. We saw a dryad last game. And then there's a couple other plant.
The very touch of that dryad meant death.
It did. It did. And I actually slipped my mind at some point. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Are you ready to? We're shuffled.
We're shuffled. We are going to now roll. I'm going to roll 2 my lucky green dice to see who goes first. My total is a whopping 5 out of 2 dice.
These are my lucky pink dice directly from the Flamingo in Las Vegas. Believe it or not. 6.
And yet you still beat me by only 1. Wow, that was amazing.
Super amazing.
Regardless of how little I lost, I still lost. So now neither of us mulliganed.
No.
But both of us were sort of very on the fence about taking a mulligan, correct?
Yes, right. I'm not sure how wise that was. Okay, I'd
probably lead with a land if I were you.
I will start with Foul Orchard. It's a black-green land. When Foul Orchard enters the battlefield tapped, add black or green to my mana pool. Your turn.
My turn. Now, Steve, you're on a bit of a win streak against me now. You've beat me the past 2 times we faced off. There was a whole bunch of Mana Caves where you did not beat me, and now you've taken over the streak. You are the new Undertaker.
I wouldn't call it a streak at 2 wins, but yes.
That's a streak, I think anything more than 1 is a streak. I'm going to play a Plains.
I think you're a little too eager to beat me.
I'm not eager to beat you, I'm just saying. It's like, give credit where credit is due.
Thank you.
I'm tapping the Plains and bringing out a Thraben Inspector.
Is it a human?
It is a human, a human soldier, a 1/2. When Thraben Inspector enters the battlefield, investigate. So I'm going to grab the tokens that I should have had out at the beginning of the game. Oh, good. I'm glad I moved the tokens on the other side of the room. I couldn't trust you with my tokens, so I had to move them away from you before you started playing.
Who's trusting me tonight?
Well, you do cheat. That sneaky time walk.
Hold on. We're going to bring up
the look I got. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Game after game after game, he accused himself of cheating.
There's been plenty of games where I have
Eldritch Evolution.
There's nothing wrong with casting a sorcery as instant speed
No.
when you don't notice that it's a sorcery.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I'm just joking.
We have a clue.
We have a clue on the board, and this clue is pay 2, sacrifice the artifact, draw a card. All that said, now that we've beat Travis into the ground with negative
Verbal
comments,
abuse.
I'm going to pass the turn to you. So.
All right. Okay.
If I'm editing this,
I
I'm
love
putting
it.
like 100 illustrations on the screen or something.
Put a force down. I will tap both to transgress your mind. It's got the void. Target player reveals his or her hand. You may choose a card from it with converted mana cost 3 or greater and exile that card.
Okay, so we've got Lone Rider, which is a converted mana cost of 2, 3 plains, and 2 Westvale Abbeys.
How much are the Westvale Abbeys?
They're lands, so they're 0.
They're lands.
Yeah, Westvale Abbey.
So
tap it
you
for the
have
colorless
nothing in your hand
that you can transgress.
Yeah.
No. You tried to transgress my mind.
I did.
But my mind cannot
It's
be
non-transgressible.
transgressed. Yes. Because I don't have enough in there for you to be able to pluck something out.
Oh well, you
What
know
does
what?
that say about me, sir?
It's
It's all me?
It's all you, sir.
Okay.
It's all you.
Well, you've already seen it, so I'll bring out the Westvale Abbey. I'm going to swing in with the Thraben Inspector for 1.
Consider me Thrabend. 19.
Okay, my second main phase, tapping 1 white and the Westvale, and bringing out Lone Rider. Lone Rider is a 1/1 human knight. It's got first strike and lifelink. At the beginning of the end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, transform Lone Rider, and it transforms into a 4/4 with first strike and lifelink. But it would no longer be a human once it transforms.
When does it transform? At the beginning.
At the beginning of the end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn.
Okay.
Passing the turn to you, sir.
Okay. Now, if you gain 3 life and lose 3 life in one turn,
It doesn't matter because I will have gained,
Okay.
even though I lost, even if I lost some.
I will tap the Foul Orchard for black mana and cast a Sinister Concoction. It's an enchantment. I think I would have to pay another black, right?
Yeah, if you wanted to use it right now.
Yeah. It has, if I pay another black, I pay 1 life, put the top card of my library into my graveyard, discard a card, sacrifice Sinister Concoction, destroy a target creature.
That is actually one of the favorite cards I have to draft. Or when I'm drafting, I like drafting that card if I can get my hands on it.
It's a very cheap removal.
Mm-hmm.
That's my turn, sir. You're up.
The other great thing about it as well too is that it sits on the board, and your opponent knows that it's eventually going to happen, right? Like then there's not really much they can do about it. So I'm going to play Plains. I'm going to tap 1 colorless, 1 white, and bring out Thalia's Lieutenant. It is a 1/1 human soldier. When Thalia's Lieutenant enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on each other human you control. Whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on Thalia's Lieutenant. So these guys are each getting 1/1 counters.
Oh. This is why all of his creatures are humans.
Thalia's Lieutenant is like a linchpin. Like I can't see this deck working quite as well without Thalia's Lieutenant, in my opinion. But I mean, maybe I'm completely wrong on that. And I'm going to swing in with both the Thraben Inspector and the Lone Rider.
I know I've always enjoyed Thalia. I will take the hit.
So you take 4.
4 damage.
I
in
gain
total.
2,
I'm down to 15.
and I'm up to 22.
He's only gained 2 life.
Yes, not 3, not a full 3. So.
Okay.
And Steve,
Yes.
I pass this turn to you, sir. This turn is yours.
I need 3 life. Damn it!
Land? Was it the land? Did you draw a land? You drew a land into.
This is not working out for me.
Still early.
It's very early. Okay. I will tap Forest to bring out Kessig Prowler. It's a werewolf horror. I pay 5 mana to transform him into something much more horrific. A 4/4, I believe.
Yeah. But even then, it's a 2/1 for 1, which is still great.
Right. I'm gonna tap this for its black cost and pay 1 life.
Okay.
Put the top card of my library into my graveyard. Discard a card. And sacrifice Sinister Concoction.
Okay,
And destroy a creature.
Yeah. So pay 1 life. We'll do it in just in order.
Okay. Pay 1 life. Down to 14. Put the top card of my library into my graveyard. It's a land.
I needed that.
Ouch.
And discard a card. Now I have a sorcery in there. We're gonna discard a creature.
If you have an artifact creature, you've hit Delirium.
Shut up. I'm gonna put this guy in there, which might surprise you.
Oh,
Morn Willow, which just looks fantastic.
Yeah, some of the art in the Shadows of Innistrad Eldritch Moon block is amazing.
Just that one block, though.
Well, I mean, I like this. I like the horror feeling. That's sort of like, I mean, not to take away from other artwork, but okay. Now you get to pick which.
And I have Delirium.
You do now. Yeah, now you have a Delirium. Yeah. Thalia's Lieutenant is gone.
Thalia's
The Way of the Dodo.
Gone. Yes.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
That's your turn.
You're up.
Okay. Oh, I don't think I didn't when I played Westphal Abbey. I kind of glossed over it. We're not added yet, so we don't have to worry about it. But I can pay 5 life, tap it, pay 1 life, put a 1/1 white black human cleric creature token onto the battlefield, or I can pay 5, tap it, sacrifice 5 creatures, transform Westphal Abbey, and then untap it, and transforms into a 9/7 flying, hasted lifelinker with indestructible.
But at that point, he's no longer human.
This would never be human. None of them would be human. I have to sacrifice everything as well too. But I forgot to read that off. So just so you know, just so I'm not like trying to sneak it in there.
Yeah, no worries. It's a complicated card.
I'm still a ways off from getting the lands for it though. So
yeah.
Okay. So.
Those wily humans.
Going to pay 1 or pay 1 play of planes. I'm going to swing in with the 2/2 first striker with lifelink and the 2/3 Thraben Inspector.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. So you're taking 4. I'm going up to 24.
No, that might have been a mistake, actually. Damn it!
And I'm going to pass the turn to you, sir.
Tap both of them to cast Noose Constrictor. It's a snake with reach, 2/2. Discard a card. Noose Constrictor gets +1/+4 until the end of turn. I will pass the turn to you.
Okay, sorry, on your end step. Just thinking a bit. Tap 2, sack my clue, which does not go in the graveyard, and draw a card. Okay, so now it's my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to play a Plains. Tapping 1 white, 1 colorless, and bringing out another Lone Rider, which we've already talked about. And I'm going to...
Yes, we've all heard him.
I'm going to swing in with my Lone Rider and my Thraben Inspector.
All right.
And remember, this one's got first strike.
Right.
And this is a 2/3.
All right. I will discard a card. I give my Noose Constrictor +1/+1.
Okay.
I'm going to discard Murder. And hopefully commit murder.
Irony.
Yes. So he's a 3/3 now.
3/3.
And he's still a 2/2.
He's still a 2/2.
But he has first strike, but...
So the first strike goes off first.
Right.
Which is fine. I'm going to gain 2 life.
Okay.
Okay. So I've gained 2 life, not 3. So.
Right.
And then the second phase of damage goes through. Lone Rider dies.
Yes.
The Constrictor does not die.
Right.
Okay. So now...
This damage goes through.
This damage goes through, yes, sorry. So you take 2.
Down to 8.
Down to 8. Now, I'm going to tap 3 planes.
Okay.
And bring out Pious Evangel. Whenever
What?
Pious Evangel or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. So I gain 1 life. So I've now gained 3 life this turn.
Damn it! That was
And
the
then
thing, right?
I can-
that happens.
Yeah.
Now
and
that
it could be because this was
he's
out at the
supposed to be
beginning.
dead, right?
Well, the other one is dead. This Lone Rider is back in action. I can also pay to tap the Pious Evangel, sacrifice it, sacrifice another permanent, and then transform it into a 2/4, where whenever a creature I own dies,
Right.
you lose 1 life and I gain 1 life.
Right.
But for now, it's got 76, so I couldn't do that.
Right.
Now, we move to the end step.
We do.
Okay, so at the beginning of the end step, I will transform Lone Rider. So Lone Rider is now a 4/4 first strike trample, forgot ahead trample,
Right.
and lifelink.
Right.
And Steve, I pass the turn to you.
Are you allowed a playset of Lone Rangers? Really?
Lone Rangers?
Or whatever.
Yeah, I think Lone Rangers are allowed,
Yeah.
and Lone Riders.
And Lone Riders?
Yeah.
Okay.
God, I hope do they have it? I wonder if they have a card. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check the database and see if they do have Lone Ranger. I wouldn't be surprised if they do have a card named Lone Ranger.
You're definitely not allowed a playset of those. All right.
Because he's lone. Oh my god! I can't believe I didn't get that.
Wow.
Oh, that was good. That was good, Steve. Even though I didn't get it, I still think it's good. It's a good one.
Okay, I got my wish, but it's bittersweet. I got another Foul Orchard comes in tapped.
But you got the land. You got the full
But I
land
got the land and a bunch of guards that need 3. Anyway, I will. All right, I will pass the turn to you.
Pass the turn to me. I'm gonna play a planes. I'm gonna do. How many cards do you have in here? 3, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna swing in with the Lone Rider. First strike, trample, lifelink. 4/4.
How much are you sitting at? 27?
27 right now. But that means nothing. I lost a game, Magic Online in draft, where I had, I think, 38 life, and it did not matter in the end. I ran out of gas, and it just was over for me, so.
I'm going to take the hit.
You're going to take the hit, so you're going to take 4.
I'm going to take 4, which means I'm down to 4, and it sounds like you have another trick.
And then I'm at 31? 31.
31.
And Steve,
Yes?
pass the turn to you, sir.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Feel the tension.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry
No.
to wait as long as I have to say this, but
that's what editing.
turn to you.
Oh, okay. That's what editing is for, though.
Yeah.
It's going to seem like you only thought about it for half a second. I'm like, I passed the turn to you.
Yeah.
You didn't snap, though. I can't add that. Okay, so it's your end step. I'm tapping 5.
Okay.
Tapping this.
What?
Paying 1 life.
Okay.
So I'm down to 30.
Okay.
And I'm going to bring out a black-white human cleric token.
That's not allowed.
Okay. And now, now it's my turn.
Right. I wasn't counting on that.
I am playing another West Vale Abbey.
Okay.
I'm going to tap 1 white. Cast Griff's Boon. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has flying. I can also pay 3 and 1 white. Return Griff's Boon from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to target creature. Activate this ability only anytime you can cast a sorcery. I am going to attach that to Griff's It that rides as 1. So now it will be a 5/4 first strike, trample, lifelinker with flying.
Right.
So that all resolves?
Yes.
Okay. And now I'm going to swing in with It that rides as 1.
Right. I'm going to tap 3 mana. Cast Murder. Destroy target creature.
Okay. While that's on the stack,
Okay.
I'm paying 2.
Okay.
Oh, you know, actually, speaking of triggers, I forgot the trigger for when another creature enters the battlefield, I gain 1 life.
Okay.
So,
That goes
according to the new rules, not the new rules, but the casual rule set. So I have,
which has
I
thus
will
far
have,
only benefited you.
yes. I will have gained the life. So I'm now at 31
Right,
for
right.
who's keeping the score. Now I pay 2.
Okay.
I'm going to tap Pious Evangel, and I'm going to sacrifice It that rides as 1
Okay.
while that's on the stack.
Okay.
So do you have anything to respond to that while that's on the stack?
No.
Okay. So It that rides at 1 goes to the graveyard, as does Griff's Boon. Pious Evangel then flips into Wayward Disciple, a 2/4. Whenever Wayward Disciple or another creature you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Now, that doesn't trigger that as far as I know. I don't believe the sacrifice creature actually triggers it because it still has to flip. So
Right.
Okay. Now combat ends because that all resolves.
Okay.
And I'm going to pass the turn to you. It's now heading into my end step if you want to do so.
Oh, okay. It's my turn, right?
Yes,
You
it
pass the
is
turn to
now
me.
your turn now.
I will tap 3 mana, one of which needs to be green,
Okay.
to cast Autumnal Gloom. It's an
okay.
enchantment. I could tap a black to put the top card of my library into my graveyard. But that would help with Delirium, and I already have that. So,
Now that one has a Delirium effect, right?
It does. It does.
And that is
On my end step. At the beginning of your end step, if there is 4 or more card types among your card, flip it.
okay.
Right. Blah blah blah. Flip. Yada yada yada.
And it flips into a 4/4 with some crazy stuff, I think.
I think it does. I'm not going to attack this turn.
Okay.
I'm entering my end step.
Entering your end step, so that sucker flips, and then we
get to see it. It turns into Ancient of the Equinox, which is another nasty looking tree guy. With trample and hexproof. It's a 4/4.
That's the one I was trying to remember. I knew it had trample. I couldn't remember what the other thing was. I was hoping it wasn't lifelink, so I'm kind of happy about that.
All right. Yeah. That was my
Okay,
step.
so
Yeah.
my turn now?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to play Plains. I'm really going to think. Sorry.
Yeah.
You have 2 cards left in hand, correct?
I do.
I'm going to tap 1 and play Town Gossip Monger. Town Gossip Monger is a 1/1. You can tap it to tap an untapped creature you control, transform Town Gossip Monger, and it transforms into a 2/3 that has, I believe, pay 2, give Town Gossip Monger +1/+0. Town Gossip Monger must attack each turn if able. Not the flip side of the Town Gossip Monger must attack each turn if able.
Right.
And
You did that from memory?
I played a ton of draft. I played a ton of draft. And I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. So, Steve, I pass the turn to you.
Okay. Oh, I thank my lucky stars. I've given this guy enough pause. It's got enough creatures on the board, and I have very little life. Alright, I will tap 3 mana to cast Wildfield Scarecrow. Ancient creature Scarecrow. It's a defender. It's a 1/4. I can pay 2 and sacrifice him and search my library for up to 2 basic land cards, reveal them, put them into my hand, and then shuffle my library. If I wanted to do that, I couldn't. I don't have it planned, and pass the turn to you, good sir.
On the end step, I'm tapping 5, tapping the Westvale Abbey, and bringing out a human cleric.
Right.
Okay.
Because that's what we need in this world, more humans.
Okay, so now is it the end step?
Yes.
Okay. So untap. Now, I'm sorry about doing it this way. I'm going to tap 5, tap 1,
Right.
sacrifice 5 creatures. So I'm going to sacrifice all 5. Now,
Whoa!
whenever a Wayward Disciple or another creature you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. So just the sacrificing is going to make you lose 5 life.
Okay.
Do you have any way to counter that?
No.
Okay, so then you'll take
That's-
5, I lose 5.
That's game!
That's game.
That's game! Alright. I'm much happier with that loss.
We got to see way more of your deck. I really like this card as well too. So Hexproof is always crazy when it hits the board. So
Yeah. I'm happy I got my Delirium, and I put up a good fight.
and let's not forget, Steve was stalled on 2 lands for a while. So that was not you put up a very good fight, especially considering you were stalled on 2 lands for quite a while. So
Yes, sir.
but that said, I beat the streak. The Undertaker is back. This is like when he came back and beat Brock Lesnar in I believe it was SummerSlam. Was it SummerSlam that he came back and beat him? Or no, maybe it was Vengeance. Whatever. But it happened after WrestleMania. So and yeah, so that's
I like
that.
The Rock.
Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching.
Yes.
And we'll see you next week when I play Travis in the finals.
I won't be on the camera, but I'll be there.
In
spirit.
spirit and in body.
And
just
in body.
Slightly behind the
I'll
camera.
be behind the camera.
You'll hear him probably from time
Probably.
to time.
I'll be crying.
Yeah. See you guys.
See you later.